It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go on Monday Night Football. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie out of Oklahoma. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Third and just 2 to go. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Mitchell gets it from the gun. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Felix Anudike Uzama making the tackle that time. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 37 on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal. Defensively there, he got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Motioning the tight end left. From the gun, Jackson. Has it down close. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Hey, Ripley.
Blown back gets the handoff. And this one doesn't go far. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The give here on 2nd. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. And first carry now for Kyron Williams. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 yards to the pickup. They're going to be left with 4th and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He had all the distance and just enough accuracy to send it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know disc golfers, Kate? Yeah, I'll go to disc golfers. They sometimes give the basket a hug if an errant putt hits, but still goes in. You may want to go give the goalpost a hug after this game. It took a friendly redirect off the upright to make that field goal good.
Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, middle. Go ahead.
Mitchell up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Jackson, quick pass wide. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lamar now from the gun. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Lamar. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. They get 27 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This finds Mitchell, complete. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. He's got it near the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Slot man motioned over. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6.
Hey.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Still a good bit of work to do here, Brock, as they come up on it 2nd and goal. Now here's Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
No, we changed it.
Jackson has it 3rd and goal. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Tucker's kick is up and good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Hey, Ripley. Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Hero 15. Right side.
2nd and 6 now. Hauled in by Rice. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Right side.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
First down from the red zone. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hey, ribble it, ribble it.
Back to the well again. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. He's got it. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs tie things 10-10. Butker on now to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, oh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks, too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball and holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
Yellow.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Hey, color. Hey, 57.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Line.
From the 28. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Yellow.
To the air, Mahomes. It's taken in by Williams.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. He's keeping it, he's going for it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Report! Hey, I'm ready! Hey, Ozzy! Sit up!
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15.
Go ahead. 13.
From the gun, Jackson. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, come on. Hey, report!
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Huge return here. It's good for 37. And the Chiefs will start their drive in optimal field position. They're set up at the 35 now.
Fight on these two. Hey, 57, color.
There's a give up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Namdi Madubuike making that stop. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Wait.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Up and good from Blankenship. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Right side.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Yellow. Right side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Headed out right. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Right side.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Complete, it's Atwell. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
15. Attack, attack. Side.
Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Right side.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. He just throws this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Yellow. Right side.
Back to throw Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
It's on. Middle.
Lamar now from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Putting a receiver in motion. Jackson, quick pass wide. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 33 on second down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
13.
They go play fake with Jackson. Looking for a target. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
Now Jackson on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Hit it well that time, a little too well, in fact. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40.
Hey, 15. Right side.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Right side.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's 3rd down now.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Attack! Right side.
Third down, it's Mahomes. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. This finds Mitchell, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down, here's Lamar. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lamar back to throw. Into the hands of Walker. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Jackson yet again. Throwing the out route complete. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Man in motion out of the slot. From the red zone now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 16. Only 1 quarter.
Ready?
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Hey, Alpha, SWAT! Hurry! Race up!
Pistol snap to Jackson. Cut out left. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. From the gun, Jackson. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
Report! Hey! What are you? Hey, Ozzy! Shut up! Cut!
Jackson has it, third and goal. And oh, he got it! Interception! Justin Reed has the INT.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Gonna keep this one and go. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Some good news, bad news on this call. Good news is he gets some positive yards. You stay ahead of the chains. Bad news, Kate, why I really don't like that call is that's another body blow, another hit on your quarterback.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will go on offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Mix it up. 13.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
This one's caught. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the fourth. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now it's Mahomes. Getting out to his left. They did it! He made the interception! And the Ravens have some new life in the fourth. A pretty tough play for him to make right there, partner.
And such a fascination with these kind of plays today, Kate.
There is, rolling that direction, but it is hard for him to deliver a pass at full power. I mean, my stomach's hurting just watching him try to get those hips around, and it is indeed picked off.
Because fundamentally, it's so unsound. It's why these passes will be underthrown, not have enough velo float in the air. You know, fun is in the fundamentals, right? It's the first 3 letters of fundamentals. It's fun because it leads to success. You take this kind of risk, well, it can blow up in your face as it did right there.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Hey, report! Report! Sit up!
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow!
Handoff now from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down throw, Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
I don't need to.
Looking to throw. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
Right.
He's back to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Change it. Hey, middle.
The give now to Mitchell. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
No. Yeah.
Lamar now from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now lead by 10. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Yellow. Hey, yellow, hey, go gun.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Hey, 57 color, 57 color. Right side.
2nd and 10 now. Chased out to his right. Hit some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Right side.
Handoff now out of the gun. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Mahomes throwing for 2. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
I think they got it. I think they got it. And they did. The Chiefs have it. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Mitchell up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Ravens with a 5-point lead. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Mitchell again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here he is to throw. Cut by the open man. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push the lead up to 12. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens are going to take over after the interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Drops to a knee here. Only one more timeout for that defense to burn and preserve some clock.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. The Ravens in victory formation and content to just knee this one out.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. Drops to a knee here. Only one more timeout for that defense to burn and preserve some clock.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And it was a game for fans of high school.